Welcome back to the Born Blondes podcast. I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Randa.
And I'm Ashley.
Yay!
Our third co-host is back.
Wah, wah, wah.
And our fourth, I guess. Does he have a name?
What's his name?
I have no idea.
Teddy. That's Teddy.
This is Barry the Bear.
Something.
Bear with me, guys.
Bear with me. Our friend Barry is here.
I love it.
Okay. Today, what do we have? Okay.
We are doing... Same page.
What do we got?
We are doing a Mother's Day episode, all things mothers related.
Yes.
If you're mothers related.
Yes.
If you're a stepmom, a bonus mom, or mom, like
Mom.
You gave birth to the child.
yes, we got
All forms of mothers.
we got some questions.
Yes. I do have a little bit of a surprise for you guys. Do you want it now or at the end of the episode?
Do you know what the surprise is?
I didn't know there was a surprise.
Are you pregnant?
I thought this
I
was
am not.
a surprise.
This was a surprise.
Well, I can't wait now.
Okay.
You gotta tell
Perfect.
me.
Who wants to go first?
For what?
Who wants to go first?
You're not actually giving us something? It's on your phone?
It is. Who wants to go first?
I guess I will.
Okay.
I just got like the nervous poops all of a sudden. Why?
Don't poop on here. That's weird.
And get you a diaper.
Randa, I was going to try and come up with some long paragraph explaining why you're such an incredible mom, but you know me. I suck at words.
You should probably wait.
I'll keep it shorter. I'll keep it shorter and simple for you. 10 years ago, watching you become a mother was the most incredible thing that I have ever witnessed. You are an incredible mother to both Ella and Elliot, and I know you'll continue to do the same with tea and crumpets. Every day you get up with the kids and make sure that they are able to do all the things that they could ever want to do. You strive to give them a wonderful childhood and life you have done with nothing short... I'm so sorry. You strive to give them a wonderful childhood and life, and you have done nothing short of that. The sacrifices that you make as a stay-at-home mom is not something that everyone could do and or handle, and I thank you for your willingness to, and desire to do so. You have done a wonderful job, and you kill at it every day. I know that you will continue to do so. I'm so glad and proud that you are the mother to my children. I absolutely adore you. I love you.
The mother to your children.
That is from Mitchell.
Oh,
I was like...
That is from
I was like, Aubrey, that's gross. That's weird.
That's weird. That was from Mitchell.
Oh.
I was
Ashley.
gonna cry, but now I feel like I'm gonna cry even more.
Right. That's what I was like, maybe we should have waited.
How did you get that?
I don't know. Might have messaged a few
Probably doesn't
people.
talk to him at all.
I was going to say, I don't talk to him at all.
Oh, thank you,
Ashley.
babe. Well, now we know it's from Nate.
Right. Wrong. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I just want to take a moment to tell you how much I love and appreciate you. You do so much for me, from supporting my dreams to making sure I have everything I need to succeed in life. You always know how to cheer me up when I'm having a bad day, and your kindness and love mean everything to me. I admire your strength, your patience, and the way you always put others before yourself. No matter what, I know I can count on you, and that's something I'll never take for granted. You make our home feel warm and full of love, and I'm so lucky to have a mom like you. I hope today is as amazing as you are because you deserve all the happiness in the world. Thank you for everything, Mom. I love you long time.
Aww.
Stop it.
I know. We should have done that at the end.
Fucking
Sorry.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I should have got something for
No.
you now, had I known.
No, that was the whole point. I wanted to tell you so badly because I got the one from Peyton a while ago, and I wanted to tell you because I thought it was so cute, and I was like, I can't say anything because then it's going to give away
Right.
I have something for you to do.
Oh, that was really sweet. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you for that.
Mm.
Stop it.
Right.
Right at the
I didn't. I needed a box of Kleenex.
I'm sorry. I should have brought a box of Kleenex
You
first.
should have. I mean, she pulled a microphone out of her cooch. You could have fucking
Just
pulled out
it.
something.
I'm sure you guys wouldn't have wanted
been
those
like-
ones.
Pull out her bra.
There you go. Here, I got you these.
I think I'm good.
Maybe you can have those back. Stuff back in there. Okay.
All right.
Well, that really cute.
Sweet.
Thanks.
I love that.
Good idea.
You were like, wait, that was from Mitchell. No, it was from me.
I don't know.
You told the mother of my
Mother of
kids,
my
and I was
children.
like, well, I mean, like, you're 8.
I was like,
you're
this went a
teeny.
little bit too far.
You were like, wait a second, do I need to go?
Like, I know we're best friends, but, like,
No.
the mother of my children. I was like, okay.
I wanted to
Say I
see how
love my
long.
nieces and nephews, but like, jeez.
I wanted to see how long it would take for you to realize that it was from Mitch.
Dude, it took me until the mother of my children.
I can't wait to see what my face looks like at that moment, because I was like,
I was also like, what the fuck? Like, I know he's best
Excuse
friends.
me.
it just really took a turn.
I love it so much.
Mitch was like, do you want me to send it to you or just wait until you're recording it and send it to Randa? I go, yeah, except knowing Randa, she's not going to check her phone.
No.
Facts. Well, my phone's currently on vibrate, so I
That
don't
too.
get, like, distracted.
Uh,
No, that was really cute. I really enjoyed that. Barry and I.
Barry and I. All right,
good.
you got the
I got questions.
questions over there.
I got questions.
Non-surprise question.
Not non-surprise questions.
Yes, we're slightly prepared this time. This is the other time we asked Ashley
Right.
questions. What do you hope your children will remember about you as a mother?
That I always push them to do the best.
I love
And by the sounds of it, that is what they remember.
very evident.
Yes.
I would want my children to remember that, like, I was there.
Yes.
And, like,
Absolutely.
Yes.
active in their lives. And, like, with Ella with her, like, gymnastics and, like, now running club. Like, it's, like, I was there.
You're the
And-
loudest in the crowd.
Yes. Like, I
Yeah.
was the one clapping the loudest and, like, cheering. So
Yeah.
that's what I would want to remember, because I don't have that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of relationship with my mom, so
That's fair.
yes. You?
I didn't know I had to come prepared.
Well, I mean, there's some
I know.
questions towards the end more specific towards
Um,
even as
gosh,
like a bonus
yeah,
mom.
I don't even, that I'm there.
What's
That's-
one thing that you remember then?
Again,
Isn't it hard
yes,
to, like-
striving to be the best. Like that's a big one for me, is being there to tell her that she can do anything she wants in life,
Right.
and striving to the goals. And she all the time, I want to do this when I grow up, and okay, and I want to do that when I grow up. Okay, like
Absolutely.
do it. Like you
Never
gotta
tearing her down.
you gotta study science, or you're gonna have to, practice or whatever, and always encourage
Yeah.
her. I'm never like, oh, you're not gonna be able to do that.
Right.
So
Absolutely. And it's more like Ella once had asked, like, she said she wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah.
And then she was like, do I have to go to college to be a teacher? And I was like, yeah.
Right.
And then she was like, I don't want to go to college. And I was like, you don't have to. Like, you really do not have to go to college.
Right.
And she's like, oh, like, I thought you had to go. And I was like, you only have to go in order to, like, if there's something you want to do and it needs a college education, then yes, you have to go. But
Right.
otherwise, if you want to be something that doesn't require a college education, then you do not have to go.
or even a trade school.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
I like that.
Or like we told Peyton, you can get a job, and then if they need you to have that education, let them pay for it.
Absolutely.
that part.
Absolutely.
Because that shit's expensive.
Yes.
Yep.
What's your favorite Mother's Day gift that you've ever received or given?
My breast milk ring that Nate got me last
Oh, I was
year.
like, what do you?
I
I do like that.
love that.
Just the thought behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that something he did, like, without you knowing? It was just
No,
like a
I
surprise?
knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We
Either
had kind
way,
of been
that's
talking
still
about
really
it
cute.
because we had planned on Amberly being the last. So it's like, and that was nursing her versus Peyton was like such a different experience.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like it was a lot harder with her than it was like Peyton. It just came easy,
Right.
and so it's like it's that reminder that we got through it.
Right.
I don't know how,
Because you
but
were so young with Peyton.
Right.
It'd probably
Yeah.
be, like, more difficult for you to, like,
No,
get into the groove.
nope. But he also didn't come 4 weeks early, so I think
That's
that
Yeah.
for me, my body wasn't ready.
Right. And neither was she. 'Cause she
And I
was
had a
so-
C-section, so it's like
Yeah.
I don't think my body went through the process of like oh, it's time.
Right.
Right.
Like, now we know what to do. Like, let's start producing the
Right.
milk and, like, getting everything ready to go. And,
Yep.
yeah. It's so crazy how all of that, like, really plays into it.
Absolutely.
It's so weird. Like, your body is, like, women's bodies are just,
Incredible.
we're, like, magical unicorns.
Yes.
Like, what we're able to do with our bodies, giving birth and then, like, feeding and nurturing the child, like, from our body, it's just,
It's crazy.
I will never get over it.
Yeah.
I will never get over it.
What about you?
I would say my favorite gift that I've received is my children.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's an obvious one. But I did have...
Okay.
I did have a ring that had, like, mine, Mitchell's, and Ella's birthstones.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cute, but I lost it.
Uh-oh.
I'm
So
gonna
you
really-
need a new one.
I do need a new one.
There you
Well,
go.
I do need a new one.
And you need a new birthstone, so.
I do.
Yeah.
So I got 2 more kids to add. Elliot, and then
I was going to say,
like-
wait a second.
there's no twins. in
Another
here.
surprise that there's twins. Like, there's a lot going on.
Wait a second.
No,
There's just one.
just
Wow.
one. But yes,
Also, surprise, we don't have a table anymore, so
I'm pregnant.
we've been hiding it for a little while.
I'm 25 weeks today of recording.
Yes.
So
By the time this comes out, you'll be more than that.
yes. But yes, having a baby
Yes.
again.
Woo!
Third one. We can continue with questions though.
Absolutely.
Actually, what is your favorite gift?
I haven't got one
Maybe that you've given?
today.
Oh,
Yeah, that
stop it.
Today. It was fun.
That was
I like the heartwarming surprise. The heartworm surprises.
what? No, I love it. No, that was great.
Yes.
That was definitely a good gift. I love that. What is your favorite thing about Mother's Day? I feel like that's a very generic question, but it could be very...
Nobody fighting with you when you ask them to, like, do things. Like, they just...
Do it.
Basically having slaves for the day. That's...
Well, it makes sense because we're slaving over them. Or,
Yeah.
you know, like, hand and foot, giving them what they want, what
Absolutely.
they need. And, no, I
oh,
would
you want to
definitely-
bring me lunch? I would love that. Bring
Yes.
it on.
You want to bring me
Please.
a coffee and a donut?
Oh, you wanted to do laundry?
I would
That's
love
never
that.
happened.
I also feel like because they know it's Mother's Day, I feel like they're like a little bit more.
They're
On their best
aware.
They're aware of like, okay,
What we do.
It's Mom's Day. Like, don't fucking piss off Mom.
Yes.
Because when Mama's mad,
But watch out.
We all
everyone
mad.
knows.
Hey, everybody knows.
My favorite
Yes.
thing about Mother's Day is like just relaxing and like not having to do much of anything.
Because
Right.
you have slaves.
Yes. Yes. Basically. And it's just, I don't know. And it's just so cute. Like, I just love their little faces.
It's fair.
I just want to squish them.
Squish 'em.
Just want to eat them.
Do it. Just squish, not eat them, but squish
No,
their cheeks.
I'm not actually going to eat
You're
them.
good morning,
Like the
squish.
aggressive, like, or like the
Cuteness aggression.
Oh, I just want to eat you. You're so
Yes.
cute.
Yes, you do
about
have
you?
cute kids.
Thank you. I made them.
Thanks, I did that.
I made this.
I did that.
Have you ever seen that little picture of the mother otter?
Yes.
The little- yeah.
I made this.
That's my favorite. I love it. Do you have anything that you...
It's hard for me
It's
because
really
I don't.
difficult.
I don't get to celebrate Mother's Day, like in
That's
the
true.
weirdest.
Yeah.
I don't want to like bring the mood down, but like I don't get to celebrate Mother's Day,
Right.
so
Because she's probably with her mom. And
yeah.
Correct.
So it's
Yeah.
it's hard.
And that's where it gets difficult as like the bonus mom, where like you don't really, especially you don't have kids of your own, so
Right.
you don't get to experience it anyway, but you are in a sense a mom. So it's
Right.
like, well, this is kind of like
Yeah.
you get the short end of the stick for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, like that makes my heart.
That's I've
Why am I so emotional?
hormones.
Hormones.
I've
Right,
I've
she's
kind
fucking
of
hormones.
come to accept it, but it's
Right.
definitely one of the harder days
Yeah,
of the
and
year.
it's not like you want to take it away from her mom.
Right,
either,
absolutely.
But also, like, you guys should do a separate day.
Yeah.
Like, not on Mother's Day, but, like, when she's home with you guys, just do...
A weekend later.
Yeah, like, just something.
Yeah.
Even if it's just...
I've
like,
never
a
really
nice
thought
dinner.
about doing anything. That's...
Well, and it's newer.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think moving forward, if that's something that you would like to do, I definitely
Absolutely.
think that should be a conversation.
Yeah.
Because you deserve that, and you do a lot and provide a lot. So I feel like that's definitely something you deserve to be celebrated.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Text Ricky and
I'm gonna
tell him.
a piece of my mind.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Listen here.
Listen here.
Let me tell you.
Barry's got a problem.
It's Mama
Send him a
Bear.
picture.
Mama
That's a
Bear.
problem.
We need to talk to you.
We got a bone to pick with you.
Or
Alright.
lack thereof.
Yes. Next question. What do you need help with most often?
Sleep.
Facts. That part.
I don't need help. I just need you to let me.
I feel like that's kind of a tough question. Do you?
Oh, that's not tough.
She's got a list.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I've been like, my phone's over here. I'm like, let me, okay. Oh, we got more things to add. No. There's just the everyday stuff, the picking up, everybody picking up after themselves
gosh.
and, having, laundry where it needs to be and not coming in and throwing bags on the floor. And I mean, I'm guilty of that too, but.
Right.
Do as
It's
I
not
say,
just me.
not as I do.
Exactly.
That part. I always tell Ella that.
Yeah. Our
like,
island,
"But you
our
do
kitchen
it."
island, this morning, I'm like, there's moldy cornbread, there's
Oh.
an empty pizza box, there's a Mountain Dew bottle, like, why?
Like,
It's
is this
two
the
more
trash?
steps.
Is this the
Yes.
trash? Like, put it outside.
Yep.
And I don't take out the trash.
That's not my job.
I have a husband and
That's
two
a
boys.
That's a boy job.
That's,
I love that.
I don't.
I love
did.
that.
I did take out.
obviously if I'm the only one here.
Right.
But I'm not, so
Right.
I did take
Most
out
of the
the-
time you're not.
why am I, why, no.
Took out the trash the other day, and Ricky seen me on the cameras.
What did he say?
You're just here doing your job.
I should have said something. Look what I'm doing.
This is how you do this.
He didn't really say anything, but
This is how we do
it.
he came home and he was like, "You look annoyed," and I was like,
This is how we do
I wonder why.
Literally. Dude,
I'm doing boy jobs.
listen.
Or the dry dishes that have been sitting on my counter for
Yep.
a week.
You know what drives me nuts about dishes, since you just brought it up? Why is it that women can just, like, clean all of the dishes, but men have to let them soak?
That's a thing.
Or only do part of the dishes.
I was
That's
gonna
what
say
I
our
think.
issue is part of the dish.
Mitchell's
Yes.
favorite thing...
You don't see all this other stuff that's
Literally, his favorite thing to
It
do
wasn't in the
is, like,
sink,
if
so it
we-
doesn't need to be cleaned.
That part. Like, you can't neglect the stove. You still have to, like, get all the dishes off of
Right.
it and then clean the stove off.
Right.
But no, Mitchell's favorite thing would be, like, letting dishes
Letting them
soak.
soak.
Like, motherfucker, just clean them. Because then he lets them soak.
And then
And
it
forgets
then
how to do
cleans
it. Yep.
doesn't come back to it.
Yeah,
turn the
you gotta
water
do the
hot.
next step.
Yeah.
And get out your brush.
You gotta do
brush
a
your
little
mouth.
bit of elbow grease, and then you'll be fine.
I was
And
gonna
then
say-
put it in the dishwasher.
I was gonna say most years go in the dishwasher anyway.
Literally. So it's like, why are we... I don't know. It might just be... That's like a pet peeve of mine. Like, fucking clean the dishes.
Just do the damn dishes.
I love it. What do you need help with most often?
Sleep.
Sleep.
It's a schedule. And it's just a normal people schedule. The third shift
Is
is
to you.
getting hard.
I feel like third shift is very, very simple to do when you are alone.
Yeah.
But because now you have a
Yup.
boyfriend and a bonus daughter, like, it's very difficult because she's got after school activities
Well,
and
and
she's
it's-
got field trips and
I love third shift. And I've had to adjust my sleep schedule several times over the years, which not a big deal.
Right.
But it's now to the point where it's too much because I can't, there's days where I stay up all day and then I can't get to sleep in time because I don't feel comfortable going to sleep while she's in the house and nobody else is there. Obviously, I know she'll wake me up in an emergency or
Right.
call her dad or whatever, but it's still, I feel guilty and almost like I have to stay awake
Right.
while
to, like,
nobody
watch
else is
her.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
that's
it's
totally, that makes sense.
yeah.
And it's like difficult too because you want to be like, you are a bonus mom and you want to be there for like school. So if she has like a school event, like you've been volunteered at the school, so like that will make you, because usually you'd come home and then like sleep or nap a little bit, wake up and then go back to sleep.
Yep.
So like if you're volunteering at the school, like that interrupts your sleep schedule.
Absolutely.
So that makes it hard too.
Yeah.
But you also want to be involved.
Yeah.
So it's hard out here, guys.
That's that's why I love third shift because I can go on the field trips, I can do the volunteering,
That part,
but it's
because if
just
you were first shift, you'd be at work.
right.
So
So it's
it definitely has its pros and cons for sure. Which
Definitely.
makes it, like, okay, like how do I balance this and like make it work for my family?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're a third shift, and then you're working mom, but you work from home, right?
Only on Mondays and Fridays.
Okay. And then I'm stay at home, so it's all like we all have different experiences, but all kind of the same. And it's again, it's rough out here.
It is.
It's a bitch.
It's a fine balance.
And it's hard to do the balance. And everyone's always like, well, working moms have it harder, and stay at home mom, like just moms.
Everybody has it hard.
Moms
Period.
have it hard.
Yep.
I don't care if you're working. I don't care if you don't work and you just stay home, or if you're doing part-time, or if you're doing this. Like, it's just hard all the way around.
Absolutely.
And it's really difficult to find that balance, but whatever works for your family, like, do what works for you guys.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Next question. What kind of motherhood challenges are you facing these days? Preteen!
Yes. Yes.
My biggest challenge right now is the preteen hormones and puberty and the thoughts that come with
Absolutely.
hormones and growing boobs and like all of the things.
That's where I'm at. That's
rough.
I asked her, I was like, when do you know, like, to put a training bra on them? Like, I don't feel like she needs it, but I feel like she needs it. And my mom's like, wait as long as possible.
I feel like if you can start seeing nipples through your shirts is when you should start putting...
But it's not all the time.
That's true.
Some shirts she does. Some shirts she doesn't.
One day she's cold, one day she's...
Well, that's... Her uniform shirts are so thick where it's I don't see anything, but then, like, they have the days that they can wear whatever they want, and it's like...
Yeah, the thinner
You're
material.
borderline.
Yeah.
Well,
So
maybe it's one of those things where it's like you don't have to wear it every day, but
right. So it's it's so
or
hard.
even like a cami with the built-in bra, because then it's
and that's what I don't remember if it was you or mom that said it, but
yeah,
I think it was you.
That's like an in between.
Yeah.
Ella has one of those. It's like a sports bra type thing, but it's very thin and there's no padding in
Or like
it.
a bralette.
Yes, and I feel like I now have to move her to the next little like stage.
Little
like
bit of padding.
Have a little bit of padding because like she's starting to get some buds, and it's like, where did my little baby go?
It's like, wait a second.
What the fuck?
Can stop growing.
Let her leave, please.
Oh.
And then
yeah.
What challenges are you facing?
Having a driver.
Yes.
Him being the same age as I was when I already had him.
How
I
do
remember.
you feel about that?
It's
Does
weird.
that stress
it's
you
so
out?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember when he turned 13, it's like, okay, like, that was the age when he was born, and it's like, I knew I was young, but it's crazy to see how young, and now that he's 16, I think the same thing with you, it's like, I knew you were young, but, like, looking at him, it's like, you don't realize how young until it's right in front of you.
And you're older now, too, so you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, like,
Yeah.
at the time you were 13 and you were 16, and now you're, I don't want to say much older, but we're not that old.
Right.
Right.
But having a 16-year-old, you
No,
see that and you're like,
absolutely.
oh, you were young.
And you're like,
And I've been a
holy
mom
shit.
longer than I've been
Right.
not a mom.
Right.
That part is weird.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Do you feel, like, confident that he's not going to have a baby?
Have a baby.
I don't know how to word that.
Yes
you get
and
what I'm
no, 'cause
saying?
I mean, we've talked about it so much, and he's like, oh, I don't want kids, which, like, when you're in high school and you're a boy, like, whatever, fine.
What boy wants kids?
Yeah, but, like, and I know that'll change.
Right.
But, like, at the same time, it's like, It can happen.
It could happen.
Do you think it's helpful for him seeing the struggles you do go through with Amberly being so young? Like, he got firsthand experience
Yes.
of what it's like
to
being...
have a newborn?
Yeah.
That's why
in
I'm
the
like,
house.
this is
it.
could be you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, take a long, good look, because...
Yeah.
Like, I know you were...
You're not getting up in the middle of the night. You're not changing
Right.
diapers. You're not.
And I know you were... I don't
get
want
to
to say
just leave.
against, but you didn't want to have such a big age gap, but
Yeah.
you're kind of seeing some of the benefits, too.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely nice. And it's helpful, too, because, like, the older siblings, like, want to help out.
Absolutely.
It's, like, nice. And then it is nice to, like, show them how to care for a child.
Yeah.
Even though, obviously, they don't actually have to, like, take care of it. Because
Right.
it's
Right.
just a sibling versus the child. But it's still nice to have that, like, under your belt, like...
That sense of responsibility.
Yep.
Yeah. And, like, the fatherly instincts, the
Yep.
motherly instincts.
And he's always had that.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's
I mean,
especially...
even when he was younger, he played with baby dolls. And,
Yep.
like, that's wonderful.
But
Yeah.
especially when Amberly was first born, she would disappear all the time after showering, or, you'd go
Yeah.
to take a shower and come back, and that's not where I left her.
Right.
Yep. She'd be laying in bed with Peyton.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I love
So-
that. So, even if it were to happen, you know that he would be a good dad.
We don't want it to happen, though.
No.
This house ain't big enough for all of us.
I'll say
Save,
big enough.
save it. Have your childhood.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right.
That part.
Are you facing any challenges these days?
Co-parenting?
That's a big challenge.
That's about it.
Always gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether you're with that person or not.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That is really true.
Yep. And that's I have challenges with both co-parenting with Hope's mom and co-parenting with Ricky, because there's there's some things
Right.
that, his beliefs, and I can't overstep what he wants to do because that's his child, but it's like,
Right.
can you please see like the benefits
My
of
point of
how
view.
I want to do it?
Absolutely.
And so it's
No, that is really, because you're like getting both sides of it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's like that fine line of like, yes, biologically she is not your child. So
Right.
like, it sucks that you don't have as much say because you are very wise and like,
Yep.
like you've seen it, like you
Yep.
have me, like, I don't want to say like right or wrong, but like,
Right.
a decent amount of like, oh, maybe like we should do it, or like, like
Yep.
whatever, like just little advice and stuff. And it's
Yeah.
hard because it's like, well, she's not your kid. Not that he does that.
Right,
I
right,
feel
but
like
there's-
that would make it difficult.
in my mind, I'm sitting here going, well, she's not my kid, so I can't really say this
Right.
way or that way. And it's like, yes, I discipline her, but there's only so much I can do, and only
Right.
so, and then it's like, I feel bad because it's like, hey, I need you to discipline your child, even though you weren't here to witness. And it
That's
can be
really hard.
a very
Yeah.
fine line.
And it is a fine line.
Yeah.
And it's like, at what point does it no longer become that fine line?
Right.
And it just becomes a partnership, and it's just like, oh, like,
And
yes,
I mean,
it's a partnership, but
For
it's
the most
also-
part, it has, but I
Right.
still, in my head, I'm like, nah.
No, and that's probably something you're never going to be able to
Right.
get over, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You're also a stepmom.
Yep.
How does that work for you? Do you feel...
I was the same way when Nate and I first started dating. It's like when it's somebody else's kid, they've been raised
a
for
different way?
so long
Yeah.
this other way, and it's like, okay, that's not the way I was raised or how I raised my children. But now that we're married, it's like, okay, these are the rules at our house.
Yep.
Like,
Absolutely.
you need to be independent. We are not waiting on you hand and foot.
Right.
Yep.
You're 10 years old. You can do shit. You're by yourself.
100%.
Absolutely.
100. Obviously, there's like a fine line of like doing things. for
Right.
them.
You can get your own water.
Yes.
You
yes.
can put your dishes in the dishwasher. You
Yeah.
can take care of dishes.
You can
Right.
do your own laundry.
But
Yeah.
I
Put your
feel,
clothes in. You can put your clothes away.
Right.
Like those kinds of things.
and that's, we're getting closer with Hope, where it's like, okay, I will fold your clothes and do them, but you need to put them away. And for a minute, she was doing it, but then, like, putting them away, somehow all of them were unfolded in the process. So it was like, okay, well, I'll put away the folded stuff,
I
but,
love
like,
that.
you have to put away your underwear, you have to put away your socks, you have to put away anything that hangs up. Like, that's on you.
Right.
But I will help you with the rest.
Right.
And,
And
like-
having that little bit of sense of responsibility and like independence goes a long
And
way.
she has to bring her clothes to me. But that's something like with you were already a mom, so you knew what milestones and when, where I just kind of jumped in feet first, and it's like, okay, what does she do at this age? What do I do at this age? What about this age?
right.
Like, what do I do?
Right.
And like,
What do I do?
I have some experience, but the experience that I have was as an aunt and to a boy, so now it's a girl, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like,
Literally.
so it's
a whole new...
that part. That part. Yeah,
I love it.
definitely.
No, it's just rough out here all over.
Yes,
I
it
will
is.
never not say that for this specific topic.
Absolutely.
Because just
Yep.
every aspect of it is difficult.
Absolutely.
And it's like once you get over one phase, like
Here comes the next.
yeah, it's like, okay, I have a preteen now, and then I have a 2.5-year-old, and then I'm gonna have a newborn. Like
Right.
it's always like a different stage, and like
Yeah.
and it's always different. Like with Ella, when she was 2, is way different now when Elliot's 2. It's like, what the fuck? And then this one is going to be different. It's
Such an
just like,
easy baby, and then you got a hard baby, and then back to an easy baby, and it's like, wait a second.
Well, it's not like any of them were actually like difficult.
Right.
It's just one's a girl, one's a boy.
Right.
And then the age difference, and then it's just like, it's like you're never going to break.
Right. Can I just have a
come on.
second?
Let me
Just a
breathe.
second.
I just want to breathe for a minute. Okay, so moving on to this next question. What has been your favorite kids' ages so far?
I love when they're at like the like young toddler and like everything's new and it's
Yep.
exciting.
Everything
and
is exciting. I love the like first learning to talk and like them actually like forming sentences
Yes.
because it's so cute.
Amberly's
Like
starting
it
to
hardly
talk.
makes sense, but it's adorable.
Amberly's
Just the-
starting to talk a ton. Yes.
What?
Literally.
Elliot still does that. He'll go off on a tangent, and you're like, what?
It's like, buddy, like I only picked up like 2 or 3 of those words, but
Right.
okay.
Well, I'm like, I came over earlier this week and picked up Amberly, and she was like, puppy, and I'm like, wait a second, where did that come from? Like,
Right now they're so like a sponge.
Yes.
Like, they just soak in everything, and it's like they're very impressionable right now.
Absolutely.
Impressionable?
impressible. I don't know.
What's the word?
I think
You were impressionable.
Impressionable?
Yeah.
For some reason, once it left my mouth,
You're
I
like,
was
that doesn't sound right.
doesn't sound right at all.
Well, then you had me questioning it. I'm like,
But I was like, you ever get that when you're like spelling a word like a ton, and then you like look at the word, you're like, is that really how you spell that word? And it just looks way off, and it's just like, no, this is actually how you spell it. But the more you look at it, it's like, what the fuck is that?
That was me last year trying to do the summer schedule. Schedule every time I wrote school. I had to sit there and go, no, that's how you spell it. But by the
Literally.
end of writing it so many times, it just doesn't look like a
It
word
doesn't
anymore.
look like it, and I hate that. I hate that. I feel like my favorite age as well is like the toddler stage, because I've done it twice now.
Right.
But I also don't know anything higher than 10
Right.
yeah.
right now. So it's like right now I think my favorite age is like the 2
And
and a half, 3-ish.
I would have to agree. I just based on your kids, like I love
Yeah.
that 2.5, 3, but at the same time, I love Hope trying to, like I love watching her trying to problem solve. Like we were doing Legos one time, and her just sitting there trying to get it figured out, and like, oh, like just the curiosity. I
Yeah.
love watching it, and yes, sometimes there's so many questions, and it's like I don't know, but like I love the curiosity of
Yeah.
how does this work, and what do you do here? What'd you say?
She goes, that was my phone. I didn't.
I didn't even hear it.
Keep vibrating.
I definitely heard
Sounds like
it.
farts.
Ash is over here farting.
It's the coffee, man. Blame it on
But yeah, I love the curiosity of kids, no matter what age. It's just, it's fun to see.
the willingness to learn. And
Yeah.
Well, and
Just-
even like when Amberly's playing with her kitchen, she's taking stuff out of the fridge and putting it in, and like just as she's tinkering, it's like, what's going through your head right
Right.
I
now?
always ask that.
Like, because
what are
she's
you
so like
thinking?
intent and like, you know, turning the stove on and putting Bluey in the sink, and it's like,
Putting Bluey in the
are you-
sink.
like,
She's giving him
what's
a
the
bath.
process
Right.
here?
But that's
Yeah.
just to be inside their head for a minute.
Literally.
Like,
That's
just-
Elliot with his cars. Like,
Yeah.
he'll literally get down, like, face on the floor and just, like, watch his cars, like, roll. And I'm like, what are you thinking of, buddy? Like,
Right.
what is fascinating you to like look at that like specific
He's trying to figure
angle?
out how it works.
Yeah.
He's like, if I just...
I just love watching them.
Yeah.
Like, just, if Ella's, like, coloring, like, I'll just catch myself just, like...
Staring at her.
like being kind of a creep, like just, oh, like
what are you
admiring.
thinking?
Like, she's so cute, and just, like, what is she thinking right now as she's coloring?
It's fun with that age, though, because you could ask her.
That's true.
And she'd be able to
Literally
tell you.
nothing.
She'd probably...
Stay in the line, stay in the line, stay in the
right.
line. Don't go to the line.
Don't fuck it up. There was actually one thing she said the other day.
Oh, jeez.
And I have to tell you, I put it in my little notes here.
My little notes.
Let's see if I can get to it now. My phone updated, so bear with me. I don't know how to work this thing. Things
hate when
my
it does
daughter
that.
said.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a notes that I'm starting in my phone. The first
a good
one
idea.
is, I'm starving like a butt that has to poop.
What?
I
It
love-
sounds like Peyton.
I'm starving like a butt that has to poop.
I like it. What was his profession that he want, or what?
Toilet tester.
Yeah, toilet tester.
Professional toilet tester.
Yeah, that's what he wants to be when he grows up.
So he'll just take a crap and see if it flushes.
Professional toilet tester.
Love that. Did you, speaking of pooping, did you see that they have like a poop cutter?
I'm sorry, what?
Like if you take a large poop and it's like not going down the toilet, like you can take like a little knife and like cut your poop and flush it. My thoughts exactly.
What?
My thoughts exactly. Yes.
Interesting.
They make like disposable ones.
Okay, but how do you decipher that from like your regular kitchen knife?
One's longer.
Yeah.
One's by the toilet. I don't, who
Like
knows?
here, I gave you this knife to put butter on your toast. Oh, sorry.
That's my poop knife. Hold on.
Oh my god.
And my bad.
That's my shit knife. Like, dude, I
No, thank
can't.
you.
Like people be out here in the toilet like,
I'm just gonna cut
Go
this
on.
up.
My brother.
God, I better cut it lengthwise too,
Oh my
so you
God.
don't, so it don't choke.
All right, next question. How do you unwind after a difficult day of parenting?
Well, every night Nate and I like have our time once the kids go to bed, like, or we're either watching a funny show or like that's our time to like talk about the day, like
Yep,
right.
go through like whatever.
Yeah.
Or like I like playing puzzle games on my
Yes.
iPad because it like takes everything off my mind and I'm like
Just
focusing like
decompress.
Sudoku or doing an actual puzzle or
Yeah.
whatever. Just kind of
That's kind of what I was gonna say. I just kind of
Yeah.
like.
yeah.
You're just sitting there,
going to a vegetative state.
yes.
I
Yes.
just like get sucked into my phone and just.
Yeah. And like lately for me and Ricky have been watching SWAT, but it's not an everyday thing. So again, I'm playing on my phone or scrolling TikTok where I have a minute to just
Something mindless.
yes.
Literally.
Yeah, mindless.
Mindless for sure.
Yeah.
Don't have to put much thought into it. It's just
Absolutely. Yep. You're just sitting there and whatever.
I
Absolutely.
usually like to take a hot shower,
Yep.
or because I am now pregnant, soak my feet.
Yes.
I got like a little like bubble spa thing that
fancy.
Mitchell got for me when I was pregnant with Elliot,
Right.
and I'll take a hot shower, then soak my feet, and we'll just like watch a show,
Yeah.
and then I'll just crash out. 'cause it's like,
absolutely.
oh my God.
Wake up and you're like, huh? How long have I been sleeping? What year is it?
That part. Am I late for school?
Yes.
I forgot my locker password.
I love it.
Yes.
All right, next question. What was something you liked about the way you were raised that you wanted to do for your children? Absolutely nothing.
That's fair.
Absolutely
fair,
nothing.
though.
I know what not to do,
Yes.
so I know what
That's fair.
not to do, and I can implement that in reversing and to be like, okay, I know
Right.
this way. Let's do it maybe this way.
Let's try something
this way.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
So
do the
I feel like
opposite.
this question's not really for me. Anyone else?
Right?
Yeah, just the like teaching independence so early. Like we always had to, like, I always paid for my car.
Yep.
Like, and especially I feel like because I was the oldest, like, I always had to be the example. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I had it a lot harder than you did.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I know,
like getting my first car, paying for my phone,
Yep.
like, and even when I had Peyton, mom and dad didn't,
Yep.
obviously they paid for a roof over my head, but they didn't buy diapers. They
Right.
didn't do anything. Like,
And
they're
I
like,
know-
this is your choice.
I know-
You learn.
Right.
Which, and I didn't learn it till later, but like when you wanted texting, mom said you had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, the way our plan was set up, the only way to do it was put texting on both phones. So you had to pay for me to get texting.
I had to pay for my first car, which
Yep.
you were just gifted.
I still had to pay some, but for the most part, yeah, it was gifted.
Like
Let's
I said,
not
being
start
the
a fight
oldest.
now,
No,
guys.
Like I said, being the oldest. I
Right.
was the
literally-
No,
example.
she had to pay. I'm not dogging her at all. She had to pay for that car, and yeah, for the most part, it was gifted to me, but I did have to pay some.
Right.
And like I was responsible for paying gas and insurance, but
Yep.
you know, the car was paid for.
Right.
Where when I didn't have it super long. When I got my second car, I was the one making car payments. I was the one paying insurance. I was the one paying gas. So, I mean, yes, I got it a little easier. I'm not
Right.
denying that.
The way you like looked.
Are you okay?
I think Peyton or Nate and Amberly are outside because all of a sudden I just
Oh,
seen
they
shadows.
are.
I
Yes.
seen shadows on the wall, and I was like,
What is in the house?
I love that.
No, I just see Nate.
I totally forgot my train of thought.
Paying for
insurance.
stuff.
The independence at such a young age, I feel, although it's, as a child, I mean, I didn't really experience this, but I feel like as a child, it's like, well, why do I have to do that? Like,
Right.
that's annoying.
Oh,
but then
for
as
sure.
you get older, it's like, I'm really glad they did this
Right.
because it taught me
Now
the
I have
value of a dollar.
responsibilities.
Yeah, literally.
Responsibilities.
Sponsorillaries, and
Yep.
they're not fun.
They suck. That's and Hope all the time is like, can I have more responsibilities? And I'm like, you can do chores, but like, I'm not gonna push all of it on you because it's
Right.
like, enjoy your childhood, please.
Still be a child,
Yes.
but also they need to understand and know, like, not everything in life is handed to you.
Yep.
Like, you have
Yes.
to work for it. Like, you have to have some independence.
Absolutely.
And,
And
like,
she has chores. Like
Yeah.
if she wants her cat, she does the litter 3 times a week. And she gets to sleep with her cat every night. She feeds her cat every morning. She makes sure his water dish is full. Like
And that's-
yeah,
that's a big responsibility.
we all enjoy
That is really
him,
big.
but that's, you know, if you want a cat, then yes, this is your responsibilities.
Right.
And she sweeps the bird room twice a week, and it's, if you want to help with the birds, this is how you can help. And she, I mean, that's gone so far as she's asking to help now. Like, she wants,
That's cute.
every morning she'll go up to Ricky and, can I help feed the birds? And she'll grab the water dishes. And so it's, you know, now she's wanting to help,
Right.
especially with, like, the pets. But it's like, okay, but you got to clean your room, too.
right.
Yeah.
Because your room you're lacking now. So it's,
Right.
yes, we appreciate the help, but your priority is...
But that is helping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. But it's like, you know, your priority is over here. Yes, I appreciate you helping with the pets, but you got to take care of yourself first.
Right. The extended part
Right.
is also, like, good. But you also have to, like, remember, like, your living
Yep.
space and your area also
Yep.
needs to be cleaned as well.
Yeah. And then that, or like, there's some days where like her laundry will be sitting there for like 3 or 4 days.
I
And
feel
it's
that.
like, you got to take care of those.
Do I
Like,
feel that?
That's what I want you to do.
Right, right.
Ella will leave her clothes, like, on the floor in front of her dresser.
Yep.
Just, like,
2 more steps. Just put it in.
in the drawers.
Yep.
Also, she had gotten a lot of, like, hand-me-downs from my niece. So, like, her shirt drawer is, like,
Overflowing.
and it's like, okay, we gotta do something about this.
Yep.
Like, this is irritating me. Because she can't,
Yes.
like, close it, and she can't put more clothes in. I'm just like, okay.
That's how we are with Hope's closet right now, because she's got like 2 like rods to hang stuff on, and like the bottom one is getting so full, it's like, okay, we got to start
Literally.
moving some stuff.
When did you know, if ever, you were ready to be a mom?
Hi.
Hi.
Taylor.
I always wanted to be a mom. Like, I think, too, being a big sister, like,
Yeah.
you're just naturally in that, like, motherly role.
Right.
Obviously, I wasn't ready to be a mom that early.
Right.
But, like, seeing the first ultrasound, it was like, okay, I knew, like, this is happening.
Yeah.
I would say, like, being married the second time around, and, like, when Nate and I first started dating, neither of us had planned on having more kids ever. Mm-hmm. And
one day the
like,
mood just kind of
all of a sudden it was like, no, we do want to have more kids. So it's like right after we got married, like, we knew right away, like, we want more kids. And
I think once you reach that, like, settled down and, like, you're
Right.
like, oh, like, we could do this again. Like, that would be nice. And it's cute, though, too, that, because, like, you have a child outside of Nate. He has a child outside of you. Having one together just kind of, like, really, like, just brings it full circle, I feel. And I feel like that's really...
Definitely.
Just like the cherry on top.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. And then again, it's
Bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
You sneezed?
I said it in my head and I was like, wait,
I didn't want to interrupt you, so I tried, like, holding it in as much as possible. I was like...
You look like you're fucking dying over there. She fucking sneezed. She sneezed and she looked up like...
I'm back.
My brain just fell out of my head, but I'm good.
I'm good.
Dude, I love it. You just kind of came back like, oh my god.
That one took one out of me.
But anyway.
But yeah, so again, like, we weren't planning on having more kids after Amberly either, and then it's like,
here we are.
no, we like this. Like, we love being parents, and like,
and you're good at
seeing
it.
them grow up,
really
and so it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And like, the whole reason we decided not to make it a big, me decided not to make it a big deal this time is because, like, so many people are like, oh, another one? Like,
that part.
Literally.
You're going through it too.
I am.
Like, this is what we chose.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't have one of those, like, oopsie pregnancies. Like, no, we were trying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what we wanted. We are so excited.
Right.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like everybody's just been bringing that down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not excited to post it on Facebook. Like, I don't, like, I'm so over everybody else.
And
like,
everyone's
oh, is he
opinions.
gonna get not circumcised? Is he gonna
I
get
keep saying
circumcised?
What? What?
A little late for that, guys.
Like, is he gonna get snipped afterwards? And I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, we're not at that point.
I feel like
where we feel like we are done having kids, and that's okay.
And I remember when you were walking to get your C-section with Amberly, they had asked if you wanted your tubes tied, and you were just like, wait a second.
No,
like,
I just got married.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like everyone just feels so entitled to their opinions.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a degrading comment. Like why would you like does this affect you?
Right.
Does me having more kids or you having more kids affect them?
Right.
Oh, you don't want 4 kids? Guess what? Don't have 4 kids.
Literally.
But I'm gonna have 4 kids.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, you are taking care of said children. You are feeding.
Absolutely.
You are providing. You are spending the money to have these children. And everyone, like, I can't stand people.
Yep.
And, like, one of the things I read, too, was, like, you know, a woman going through the same thing, like, just people aren't excited. And, like, she's like, just because you don't have the love in your heart doesn't mean that I don't. And it's so true, because it's like, we could have 12 kids and I'm still going to love them all the same. Like, that doesn't change just because we have so many kids. Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
And I
Obviously, I'd be exhausted if we had 12 kids, but, like,
listen,
I'm still going to love them all the same.
For me, it's a little different, but, like, I always knew I wanted to be a mom, but, like, I never wanted to be pregnant. Pregnancy is not something that I've ever wanted in my life, but like
fair.
I remember asking Ashley when I don't even think I was 18 yet, but I remember asking Ash, like, would you ever consider being a surrogate?
Yep.
And she, absolutely, I love being pregnant. Yep. And like that was a big thing, but then, you know, it's possibly foster adoption now just because there's so many kids that need homes, and it's
absolutely,
it's so difficult because, like, part of me now wants, like, the pregnancy, like, experience,
Yeah.
but, like, I don't want anything to do it. Like, so it's,
And that's
part of
fair
me
to be on the fence of like, yes,
part
no,
of me
yes, no.
lives
Yeah.
very vicariously through you two. Like, like, when you were announced that you were pregnant, like, I knew, like, I would never get to do, like, the pregnancy announcement or anything, but I got to help you. So, like, part of that, like, healed part of me that I didn't know I needed to heal,
Right.
or, like, the gender reveals and find it, like, that's not something I'll ever do, but, like, I get to vicariously live through you and,
Yeah.
you know, experience it in a different way. And
Right.
obviously I have had a miscarriage, so, like, I've gone through some of it, but, like, just it heals part of me watching you guys be pregnant and go through
Yeah,
all of it.
yeah.
Like, it's that weird part of me that's like, no, I don't need to be pregnant.
Right.
Yes, I was really sad about the miscarriage and all
Yeah.
that, but it's like, I get to heal in ways that I didn't know I needed to.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's really nice because it makes. I'm trying to form my words here. It's nice that you are able to, one, recognize those feelings and
Right.
be like, I do, but I don't. And it's
Yeah.
like, really, it's okay to feel that way. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's a ton of women that are like, oh, maybe, ooh, yeah.
Right.
Even with this one, I was terrified to get
Right.
pregnant.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
Quite
remember
honestly, the beginning of this pregnancy, I did not want another
right.
baby.
And that's, I remember, like, your first feelings were anxiety. And,
Yeah.
like, I was so excited, but I was trying to, like,
Contain.
contain my excitement just because I knew you were so terrified.
Yeah, and it's like the amount of changes that you go through and just emotions and feelings with just obviously being a woman in general because our hormones are just
Right?
all the time. But it really like warms my heart that like you're able to one recognize those
Yeah.
and you're like healing
Absolutely.
with
And
Yeah.
my biggest struggle is I've always known, like, I don't want anything to do with pregnancies, but I've had several people, oh, you'll change your mind when you get pregnant. And it's like, no.
It's not for it.
Or you'll change your mind when it's your own kid. And it's like, no, you don't get to make that decision.
100%.
Or, oh, you'll change your mind. It's been almost 30 years of me thinking the same thing, that I've never wanted to be pregnant. Why would I magically change my mind now?
Right. Again, people with their
Entitlement.
unsolicited
Yeah.
fucking advice.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like they always think that they're trying to be like helpful.
And it's
or
not.
like the people who are like, oh, just wait until you give birth. It's going to be like so painful. And like they make
Right.
it so like, yes, giving birth is not comfortable
Right.
by any means of the stretch. Like it's not the stretch. Sorry.
But then,
Like it's not for some for some women it's a
Right.
decent experience. For other women it's a traumatic experience.
Absolutely.
And they are both able to be like, no, like I don't want to have more kids because it was so traumatic. Like it was the worst experience.
Yeah.
But then there's other women that were like, oh, it's beautiful. And like I don't feel like being pregnant is like the most beautiful thing on earth, but like I do love having a pregnant belly, but like the fucking round ligament pain
Yep.
and the body aches and the hip pain and like
we both
everything
keep adjusting. Like,
Literally.
my hips are so bad. I'm so uncomfortable.
It's rough out here. But yeah, I just feel like everyone's opinion of like,
Yeah.
oh, wait until this, or oh, wait until this, or after you have kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wait until they're 2 and walking, and they're,
Yeah.
you know, wait until they're a teenager and driving. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Like, just let me live in this
Let me do
moment
it how I want to.
and just experience it and
Yeah.
have the moments and the memories of this that I want
Absolutely.
versus the stresses of like, oh, what's going to happen when they're driving?
Yeah.
What's going to happen when they're XYZ?
You know,
It's
and
like, don't freak me the fuck out.
Yeah.
years before that happens.
Yeah.
So it's
Or like the women with like the or like like you with having a miscarriage. So like,
Right.
oh, just wait until you have another one. Like,
I don't want another one. The first one was
Yeah.
traumatic enough.
literally.
Like,
I mean, like another miscarriage.
I know. No. I know what you meant, but like my first pregnancy, I didn't know about it until I was miscarrying.
Right.
But like I had so much trauma behind that, I never wanted to do it again. I never
Absolutely.
wanted to be pregnant in the first place. Like
So already
and
going
so
into
already
it.
going into it, like it was so traumatic.
Absolutely.
And like the one thing like people don't realize is I went through the postpartum depression, but like I also had to go through like the loss, and it's like that's a lot of it, like that's not something people realize is like
Right.
when you miscarry, like you're also coming down from the hormones rapidly that you just went up from. Right. So you're on a roller coaster, and then I went through postpartum depression, and everyone's like, "Oh no, it's just from the loss," and it's like, "No, motherfucker!" Like, like
literally,
it is so much more than that.
Coming down from the hormones, and like I couldn't even imagine.
There were days where I was literally lethargic and could not get out of bed. Like, it wasn't just a loss. Like that, like.
Yep.
I truly, truly wish that in this time we were closer.
Right.
Because that would have been, I feel like
and
it would have been really.
I had the support system that I did need at the time. But it's just, yes, I agree.
But like, I mean, I feel like a lot of friendships go like way up and then way down. And we've had a lot of highs and lows.
Yes.
But I feel like in that moment of our not talking was like one that I wish that we were truly like closer. Right. But it wasn't very much longer after that. We like
because I remember telling you about it like the first time I met Elliot. So it was very, very shortly after. Yeah. But, and it's it's gone up since then. But and it's like there were some people that like I had told one of my good friends that I grew up with, and he was so scared to tell me that his wife was pregnant just because he's like, I didn't want to bring anything up. And it was like, I wish you would have told me. Like, I love celebrating. Like, just because I went through this doesn't mean I'm not excited for you. Like, please tell me because I want to celebrate with you.
Right. And I need that.
Yes. Like, I didn't get to celebrate, so I want to celebrate with you. Yeah. And I want to have these happy times. Like, yeah, it hurts, but I would rather celebrate with you and heal myself. Yes, and heal myself.
You're not like a bitter person.
No.
You're not going to be like, oh, well, like...
Am I jealous? Maybe a little bit, but at the same time, I don't care.
And that's normal. Like, that's a human thing for you.
Yeah.
I would be concerned if you weren't
jealous. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, that's a very human response, is to be like, slightly like, oh, like, I wish that, like... would be me, but also I know I don't want that to be me. Like, absolutely. It's normal for you to like
I want to feel I want to feel the pregnant belly. I want to feel the kicks, but at the same time it's like I don't want anything else to do with it. Right. Nothing. And that's why when always
literally you don't want the nausea. You don't want the
and you're always like, "Oh, she's moving." And I'm like, let me feel. Like, I don't get to feel this, but I want to feel from over here. Like, and it's all the time. I did it with her, and I want to feel like, let me touch.
Like, she's moving, and you're like, and I'm like, she stopped moving.
Right. She's like,
like, fuck. It's like, there was one day she was moving, and I was like,
Don't say anything.
You can't let her know.
I was like, I put her hand on there. I was like, she fucking stopped.
I gotcha.
She knows.
Well, and with Amberly, my placenta was in front.
Oh, that was Elliot.
So I could feel it inside, but you couldn't feel it from the outside. So, I mean, it was a long time before Nate could finally feel Amberly.
Right.
Yeah. And I feel like that kind of robs you, too, of, like, because, like,
sharing
your partner.
it.
Yeah, because your partner's, like, yes, they're there, they're doing things for you. Right. I feel like they don't truly...
You don't get to experience the magic of it.
Absolutely. Until, like, the birth and then, like, afterwards, of course. But, like, during it, it's like, well, I want you to, like, feel this and, like, experience, like... what do you wish more people understood about step-parenting? Hello? Does that sentence...
makes sense to me.
Okay. Does that...
hello?
Like,
it makes sense.
Our horse upstairs.
That I wish more people understood was, for me, as of right now, I know for you it's a little bit different, but she's been living in my house for almost 2 years now, but in the eyes of the law, I'm nothing to her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's that weird, like, yes, I want to go to the school and volunteer, and I do, and everybody at school knows that I'm stepmom, but, like, legally, I'm nobody.
Right.
Like, if there was an emergency or something, I'm nobody. Like, absolutely nobody. Not until me and Ricky get married. Like,
right. Yeah.
That's difficult to navigate right now.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because what do you do in
exactly.
that situation?
Exactly. Like, I carry around Ricky's insurance card in case something does happen, but, like, who knows what's going to happen when we get to the hospital. Like, oh, you're not a family member, you're not immediate, like, sorry, you need to leave the room. Like, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
So there's some things that are really scary.
That's really hard.
Yeah.
Which is like when you talk about that, like obviously now that I'm married,
Right.
Grady and I have the same last name.
Right.
And like when we all, like baseball, all 4 of us parents are signed up
Right.
as Grady's parents. But like when you look at a roster, like me, Nate, and Grady have the same last name, and
Right.
his mom and, you know, her boyfriend don't.
Right.
But at the same time, like with things at the high school with Peyton, it's
Yep.
like he doesn't have my last
Yep.
name currently. He has my maiden name.
Right.
And it always puts me in like it always just makes me feel weird, like him not sharing that.
Right. Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like I almost feel like I have to like carry on his birth certificate to prove it or like whatever.
Right,
but
like,
I'm like,
over-explain, like,
Yeah.
I'm, like, his mom, and, like, I got married,
Yeah, like-
and, like, yeah.
I gave birth to this child.
Right.
Like,
Yes, that's kind of how I felt with
Yeah.
Ella, too, when my last name was my maiden name.
Right.
And then getting married, like, then I was like, oh, okay, like, you just
Yeah.
get that sense of, okay,
Right.
we all have the same last name. Not like it matters.
Right.
Not like
Yeah.
it's a huge
But that's-
thing, but just internally, it's like, it just makes it seem cohesive and
Right.
like
Yeah.
better, or like, I don't know. I get what you're saying. It's just like
we have a good family, but
yeah,
he just doesn't
Right.
have my last name.
yeah.
And, like,
No, I
for me,
definitely get
that
it.
it's gonna remain that way, because the one thing I've never wanted to do is change my last name, but now, you know, Ricky's at the point where he's like, well, maybe I'll take yours. So it's like, okay, well, if we do that, then neither one of us are gonna have the same last name as Hope. So it's,
Right.
it's definitely a conversation. It's not anything permanent right now, but it's,
Right.
you know, if it does come to that time, well, then it's like,
something
well, is
like
Hope
that.
changing her name too? And
Right.
how's that gonna go with her mom? And it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next thing.
Let's do it.
What's the biggest challenge you faced as a stepmom? Well, it says step parent, but we're gonna go with stepmom because we're moms here. What's the biggest challenge you faced as a stepmom, and how have you overcome them?
Oh, that's a tough one.
The way I was like looking at
Right? I don't. That's a hard. I mean, it's just the same thing, like the co-parenting and I mean, it's definitely gotten better, but at the beginning, like there was a lot of challenges just as a co-parent to
Right.
the other parent, and I've had to tell her many times, like, I'm not here to take your spot. I don't want to take your spot.
Right.
I'm not here to be the villain. I'm not here to be the, you know, bitch stepmom. Like, I want to work with you for the betterment of Hope.
100%.
And that, like, that's it. And it's I'm not trying to take her spot. I'm not trying to be that person, and it's hard to get that through and
Yeah.
across. And like, I say it to Hope all the time, like, you need your mom. That's your mom. Like, I'm not here to take your mom's spot. I know you love me just as much as you love her, but like, that's,
Right.
I'm not mom.
Right.
Sorry. And it's, yes, we say bonus mom, but it's, at the end of the day, I am not DNA. I'm never going to be DNA, and that's okay. That doesn't make me love you any less.
100%.
So it's just, again, back to that fine line of trying to figure everything out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a difficult thing to navigate as a regular, or not
Yeah.
regular, but like as like a biological mom. It's just
Right.
you always are gonna have those like ups and downs and like those trials and like
Absolutely.
tribulations or whatever of like, am I doing okay? Am I doing this?
Right.
And it's just, again, at the end of the day, it's rough out here.
Yes. Yes. Is there any big challenges that you had as a step parent?
I mean, for me, not saying that I'm parent of the year, but like I had been a parent when we first
For twice
when Nate
as
and I
long?
first started dating. Yes, I had been a
Right.
parent for twice as long, and so then to come in and have a child that was raised completely different, not
Right.
independent whatsoever,
Right.
like that was very hard for me because I'm like, because I want you to be independent and not entitled like your generation is growing up to be. Like, I want better for you.
Absolutely.
And so far, you've been handed everything, and like it's hard to turn that around.
Right. Absolutely.
It really
and it's again the challenge of at our house these are the rules, and over there I know the rules are a little bit different, and it's sometimes the first couple days of them coming back home you have to be like, hey, that's
and then they leave again.
Yeah. So it's definitely
that never-ending cycle of you start to get in the groove, and then they leave, and then they come back, and then you're like, oh, gotta get back into that groove.
Right.
They leave, and then they come back. It's like, oh,
yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure, as the child's like perspective, I'm sure that's really difficult. To,
absolutely,
be like, okay, I'm going to mom's house.
Yeah,
she has XYZ. Like, I can do this here, but I can't do it at home.
Right.
So it's kind of hard. I feel like that would be really difficult for them to be like...
Absolutely.
To switch, like, oh, I can do this here, or I can't do this here, but then I'm going back to Dad's house.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, now I have to do a complete 180.
Right.
And it's like, which is fine. Like, each family is going to have different rules, but it's really difficult on the child, too, to be like... Oh, okay, this is like what I gotta do now, and it's like
to the switch in the brain back and forth. And
they probably like, oh, like crap, I forgot that I can't do that here, and like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I didn't,
And we try, and when it comes to that stuff, the first couple days we try not to discipline. It's more of a it's more of a redirect, and hey, remind we don't do that here. Or we do things this way here, and just hey, can you fix the whatever you just did? And it like I said, that first couple days where we try and be more gentle of, oh, I understand you're going through a transition, but hey, just a reminder. So
no, and that's got to be really, because even as like an adult, like that's different, like switching your way of doing stuff like at work versus at home, like it's kind of the same concept of like different rules at different places, and it's like,
absolutely
we have to navigate that, but us as adults, it's like
we have a little more experience.
It's a little bit easier to do that and to navigate versus a 8, 9, 10 whatever. So
absolutely.
Anything else on that one? Like
I don't think so. Like, how did becoming a mother change you?
Oh, that's good.
You're both picking at your nails. Leave your hangnail alone.
Do you want to ask that again?
How did becoming a mother change you?
I would say that's
a difficult one that you didn't come prepared
for. Way to grow up real damn fast.
Yeah.
That part.
What about becoming a mother the first time versus the second?
Well, and not only like growing up fast, but like you quickly realize that it's not about you anymore.
Right.
100%.
Like, not at all.
Right.
It's all about somebody else.
And that's hard to navigate when you yourself are a child.
Still,
right.
Yeah, trying to be like not even to the point where you're learning to be an adult yet. Like
Right.
Yeah, that's really.
What about like how did the first one change you versus the second? Obviously, you had to grow up real quick the first time around, but
yeah.
What about the second time around? Or for you?
Well, I think again that comes with like, okay.
Excuse you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything because you're like, brah.
You should see my face on the camera. I was like, listen, it's the baby, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right, what'd you say?
Like being a boy mom versus a girl mom.
Yes.
Like I think that made a big difference too.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when I had Peyton, like I went down a more like tomboy.
Yep.
Like the sports and, you know, being a football mom and all that stuff. And, you know, but now it's like, okay, I can embrace the
girly
the
thing.
princess and tiaras and
tea parties.
And be a little bit more like, I feel like with a boy,
gentle.
With a boy you're like,
right,
rub some dirt on it, like you're fine.
Oh, you rolled off the couch.
Yeah, but with a girl you're like, oh, like
my sweet baby,
literally, not to like the overly like, I don't know, but like just a little bit more gracious and like gentle and like whatever, whereas like boys are like a lot more like rambunctious and just
dealing
like,
with the same drama queen that
off the
your
wall.
parents had to deal with.
No.
Have you met your daughter?
Have you met yourself?
Have you met you?
I tell her all the time, stop acting like you're Aunt Aubrey.
Oh, whatever.
I was a great baby.
Oh, okay.
Ask Mom.
I will.
I'm gonna call her right now.
Call her right now. I'm gonna bring her into this.
Hello, you're on the podcast. I think the thing for me that
She's calling her.
Oh boy.
She might not answer.
She doesn't answer.
Hello.
Oh.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, dear.
Which of your children would you say was a more difficult baby?
Baby?
Yeah.
Am I being quizzed?
Of course you are.
I plead the fifth.
We all know Aubrey is more difficult. She didn't believe me.
No, that's not fair.
Yeah, it is.
You were both good babies, but she came out knowing exactly what the fuck she wanted.
Exactly.
It's not that she was difficult. She just...
I was telling her that I keep telling Amberly that she's acting like her Aunt Aubrey. And she said she gets her attitude from me. And I'm like, no.
Yes, I would say that's a possibility.
Told you. I was like, I'm calling Mom right now to confirm. Okay. Love you.
Love you.
See you, love you, bye.
Bye.
She knows what the fuck she wanted.
Yes.
And you still do.
Yes.
There's a picture of us leaving the hospital with Amberly. Literally, like, in the car seat, ready to go. And she's like,
see ya.
2 days old. And she's like, hi, bitches. I came 4 weeks early. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
Goodbye.
Peace. I am not sticking around in your NICU.
Dude, I hated the hospital stay. The shit was
Just
awful.
leave me alone.
Literally. Let me fucking sleep.
If you want to check my vitals every 10 minutes, then
Do it while I'm sleeping.
look at the
I was
monitors.
gonna say, don't you have a monitor
Right.
here that
Everything's-
tells you?
yeah.
Literally. You don't have to come in here and be like, oh, okay, everything's fine. Do you need anything? No.
No!
Fuck out.
If I need something, I'll beep you.
It's like last Thursday. Do you need anything? Sleep.
Yes, just leave me alone.
That's Ricky woke me up to ask me if I needed anything. I was like, no. And he's like, are you sure? I was like, sleep.
It being told Aubrey didn't need anything but to sleep. He wakes her up. Hey, do you need anything?
Don't you know ever to not
Sleep.
You definitely don't wake a sleeping baby, but you also don't wake a sleeping Randa.
No, it's me. I am the baby.
Don't wake a sleeping Randa.
No, I don't want to be woke up.
Anyway, I think that concludes today's episode, guys.
Yes.
With our many technical difficulties.
Yeah, sorry.
With said camera. Speaking of camera, Aubrey, you were barely in the thing.
Am I? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Has it been that way the whole time? Or just since we started recording
Just
again?
probably
for the
again.
Last time?
Who knows?
Well, she had
It's
to
all
get
right.
up at least 4 times.
Who
Well, at
knows?
least there's the audio of the halftime performance.
Yes, I'll make sure to.
Oh my God.
I will make sure to link that at the end of the video.
Aubrey's.
So
not
stick
Aubrey's,
around.
Ashley's halftime performance. But thank you so much for coming
Yes,
on
thank
yet
you.
another episode. We really appreciate your support.
And unbeknowingly, you will be back.
That
I did
part.
not say
Hey, at least you were prepared this time. We did
Yes.
the questions prior.
You're welcome.
So,
like an hour prior, but yeah.
Well, you know.
Because honestly, I was thinking, like, what's my favorite Mother's Day gift? Like, what have I gotten? Like, And they got me a bog bag. I use that all the time.
Oh,
And then I was like,
what?
oh, my ring!
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a really good one.
My
A
bog bag.
What the hell is
the
a
beach
bog?
bag that I use all the time.
Oh, okay.
I feel like those are overly priced, but they're good.
Nice.
Oh, you got it on super sale.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, super sale. Even better.
Super sale.
We're all about a
Alright.
good deal.
Yes. All right. Thanks for joining us. Do all the things on all the things. Randa normally does this part.
I feel like the last time I did it, though, you were, like, rushing me.
I'm sorry.
So I feel very, like, okay, I can't say anything now.
Do it.
But we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and continuing to listen to us. Make sure you subscribe and follow our socials. And happy Mother's Day.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye. That way I can...
Excuse.
I don't know. That way I can... What? Never mind. Where the fuck did that come from? Did you just like whip that out of your vagina? Where did it come from? What is the microphone for?
You guys have your own mics, and
I felt left
I just wanted to come prepared.
I love that. If I would have known, I would have brought my pink one.
Yeah.
Tears come at night.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
Thank you. Halftime performance is over.